So that we'll try and get what we can from her. But before I go into anything, the most important thing is check out the link below. The news guy, because he'll kill me if I don't see it. But check out Randy for press releases if you want to grow your referring domain count, brand awareness, links, link juice, and all that kind of stuff combined. Then check the link below. Randy's always good for a PR gig, and you can even be like me and just say, Randy, you pick what my PR's about. I can't be asked. It's even helpful that way. I do tell people to do that, Randy. I'm like, just tell them to do what he done for me. I don't know what I want to write on it. Can you just make up something, Randy? And he obliges. So
it's easy to make up stuff about you. So
yeah, it's probably the wrong guy and the wrong thing to ask for.
Yeah.
But there we have it. So yeah,
there we go. All right, thank you.
You can.
Very good. Hey, folks, be sure to like, subscribe, follow Craig, all of that fun stuff. You can find Holly and I out there somewhere as well. Leave your questions or comments in the comments section, and we'll get rolling. Love to hear from you. See who's on and what's going on. All right. Hopefully all y'all had a good weekend. My son graduated from high school. It's the only thing I'm going to say about it. It was a crazy weekend. So he's just full of family and all kinds of fun stuff. So anyway, Holly, you got an update on book publishing? What's going on with that?
I do. So if we go to Serpbot, let me bring it up and then I can show my screen. Okay. I'm gonna move him over there.
Indeed, Andres. Indeed.
Let me see. Is it? Screen.
Craig, wait till your little guy graduates from high school or whatever you call it over there in the UK.
I've got another 11 years or so.
Yeah.
Of torture.
Yeah. Craig, you want to add my screen in?
Oh yeah, that was Randy that put me off. There we go.
So just if you don't know what the test was, basically we're doing 30 ClickBank books. So if you go to like ClickBank and pick out 30 products from the top offers, we are creating some of them are like 5-chapter books, some of them are 10-chapter books, some of them are 5 chapters for the products. And we have done a test like by having the product name in the title or having like the benefit of the product. So this one is Genius Wave, let's say, or like Java Burn, like which is a coffee supplement for weight loss. So would you have Java Burn in the title, or would you want to have weight loss with Java Burn or something like that? So that's what the 30 books in 30 days is that we're testing to see if Amazon books will rank in Google for some heavy keywords. If those books have to have the keyword, or can it just have the benefit? And if they do rank and they rank for either the product or the keyword, will it get sales? So I think we started, I think this is our 3rd week. It took about 4 days to get the Amazon book indexed in Google. And then I drove some like super spammy links like GSA, Scrapebox, Money Robot. I threw like, I don't know, 200,000 links at it in 4 days or something like that to see different keywords based on, just product, my name, benefits with my name, benefits, stuff like that, book title, different tests, so we could see what bounced in and what didn't. So the main keyword in one of the books is improving mental clarity in adults, and it is ranking now for number 16. It did come in and last week I think it was like 35. Over the weekend it was like 20 or 18, and then today it's 16. So I think if I continue to drive links that it will get on page 1. I have not yet. I haven't done any link building since the first test. I wanted to kind of just wait till everything was picked up and let it land where it did. So because it's
And you're doing that directly to the book page on Amazon, right?
the contextual book page, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Amazon.com, blah, 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 like the ISBN. We're not doing that. You're like Amazon.com, the book title / the ISBN number.
Yeah.
So it is ranking for the benefits. It does not have the product name in the title, and you can see that that is not, the product name isn't not ranking. It's the benefits that are ranking. And actually, if we go to Helium, let's just look at Helium and see what Helium, other keywords it tells me that it's ranking for, because like you can't put everything in here, right? So let's go to KDP. And I also only have certain books under my name because I don't want everyone to be watching exactly what I'm doing, because I'm changing some things out. So I am at a campground and it is pouring, so if I have to get up, I have to close my door, but just in case. So we put Helium 10s, put the ISBN number in, which is probably not called that, but that's what I call it. So it's ranking. So if we go search volume, highest to lowest. So this is what, why did I do that? Oh, okay. So Clarity book. But like you have to look at the search volume. No, I didn't do that right. Just a second. I wanted to do organic rank. So it ranks for Stark Focus. I don't even know what that is. The Clarity Cleanse book. Clarity Kids, Master of Movement. Mental Focus, Mental Clarity. So this is on Amazon itself. So if you went and typed on, say, Stark Focus, it'll be like number 10. But if you actually look at, if we look at Amazon.com and type in improving mental clarity in adults, I don't think it's how you spell it right. Oh, it is. My book is number 1, but in Helium, like it doesn't show it. So it gives you different, I guess, keyword options. It doesn't always show everything though. That's the only thing. Yeah. I'm also running an ad on this. I think I'm running an ad on it, but it doesn't say sponsored. So because it doesn't say sponsored, it comes up as number 1 organically. I don't have to pay for that ad. And the people underneath me have, they do have some reviews. My book only has like 1 review, which is Randy. But because my book has mental clarity for adults, let's do for adults instead of adults. Excuse me. And it's still number 1. So it does say that there's no search volume in Amazon for that, but that's why we're trying to rank it in Google, because in Google it has, I think, it has, where is that at? So how to improve mental clarity has 210 searches. So that is one of the main ones that I'm trying to move it for, but still improving mental clarity in adults. Even though it says 0, I don't believe that it's 0, because we've had like 35 sales on the book. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a good test. I can see what is important for the book to rank and what does not make it rank. So like if we looked up the Java burn has the word Java burn in it. It doesn't really have so much as like the keywords that we want the book to rank for, and it's nowhere. And I did the exact same links, the exact same provider. I just made it do the keywords for the product versus the health benefit, and it's not ranking. And then on Eventbrite, which is what we set up a week ago, it was ranking for Buy Genius Wave, and I actually still think it is because I looked at it this morning, so it is still at 31. But that is not coming in either, and I think that that's not coming in because I have the date sent for December of next year. So I have tests running right now that have it. The event will start next month, and hoping that will show up, in better ranks. And I'm not driving links to the event page, Eventbrite. So I don't know. That's where we stand with the ClickBank books. It's an interesting test. It definitely needs to have the health benefit in the title for it to rank versus the product, because the product name have to fight with all the affiliates, and they're not listing necessarily the health benefit. They're listing the product name. So I think that test is kind of concluded for me. I mean, we're still pushing it out for, it doesn't matter, like either, like if you have a 5-page book or like a 10-page book, or like one of my books is like 180 pages. It doesn't matter. Like if somebody's going to buy it during the certain promos that we're running, they're going to buy it whether it's 5 pages or they're going to buy it whether it's 200 pages. I just want them to open it and scan your phone and go to the offer,
Yeah. So there's a couple of things that I think that are valuable here. So Andres asks, hey, what's the goal, to sell the books or affiliate links inside the book? And I think, yes to both of those. But a couple of things that I kind of get excited about. One is that you're through the link building, because I think I shared in some previous weeks, we used to do some stuff where we were doing Amazon page ranking and such, both in the SERP and in Amazon. And that the link building strategies are paying off again, that you can get results off of that. Because what I go and I search Amazon, and for improving mental clarity, go look in the books, and boom, there's your book. It's showing number 2 on mine, but I'm like, wow, there it is. There's the which I love. So you can sell books that way. The other thing then is, what are the potentials of that? And I know, Holly, we have talked about what can you do, like when you pull up the read a sample, what amount or what can you put in that sample aspect? Can you put a QR code in that sample, in the sample reading? Can you do a link, a textual link? I don't think you can put an active link in that read a sample if somebody goes and they looks at that, but can you?
Right. So if we go to Barnes and Nobles and we go to the Java book, and I turn back on my, is that on? And I open up the sample, hollystars.com. Oh, I don't have it turned. Okay. That is a default link. And you got to have it in, I think it's like the first, it's not the same all the time, right? So I put mine, I think, in maybe the 3rd to the 5th page. And then if I scroll over, This is the QR code. It doesn't show as a QR code in the sample.
Hmm.
And yeah, in fact, it kind of breaks it, to be honest.
Hmm.
So that's the
Interesting.
disclaimers. I can't get to the QR code. But so if we went to
So that's
see,
in Barnes and
Amazon,
Noble. What
Amazon-
about on the Amazon? Yeah.
Yeah, so if we go to Amazon and I'll just type in Holly Stories. And we click on the book and read sample.
Yeah. And scroll down.
So it's a default link.
Ah.
Is right
So
there.
yeah. So there's all kinds of benefits, right? So guys, think outside of the box a little bit about how do you build, how do you get some good links, right, for clients or for your sites? How do you get additional traffic that can maybe come through to your site from different sources? It could be an affiliate link. So that link is going to your page, Holly, but it could be, a link shortener that's going out to an affiliate site. I mean, there could be all kinds of different potentials that you might be able to essentially utilize Amazon
The
traffic.
other thing is Ahrefs doesn't pick it up. So like if your competition, it's a strong link, right? If your competition
Right.
doesn't know you have the book on there and you're linking out, you have a leg up on them. So your profile page also, you can put your website in. It's not a default link, and it might just because I didn't put HTTPS, but I didn't know if I could, and I didn't want to just in case I was like, that would get me in trouble. And then there's another place you can put it. So if you go to community and it's gonna make me log in. Well,
I've got a question, Holly. How the fuck do you update your author profile? I've got one, but I've not fucking updated it.
You don't know how to upload it or update
No,
it?
I've got it, but I just can't remember where to log in to update your profile.
Oh, I'll show you just one sec. So if you click on my profile, and this is in the community page, this right here about me, that's a default link too.
Cool.
Okay, so you go to your KDP. Actually, you go to Author Central. No, it's not gonna. Maybe it will. It's not going to do it. Okay, an easier way is to go to a book and click on your name. And I don't know if there's a link in here. There's not a link in there. It's in your author page, which is in your about page. No, it's in the Author Central. I just can't get to it. Maybe on that one. That one. I think this is where you do it. You go to author.com or author.amazon.com/home. Click on edit profile. Scroll down. That's where you can put your picture. I'll put HTTP. I'll just put it in there, but oops, edit. I don't think it might be to follow, but I don't know. Preview. Published. And then I think it takes 24 hours. Yeah. But for some reason, I'm thinking that it doesn't actually take 24 hours. Let me go look at a book quick. Oh, yeah. So we'll have to see if that comes up. But like you can't on like Barnes and Noble, say, you can't add your website in there when you go to upload your books and stuff. It doesn't let you. So yeah, you just put your link in your book. It's the safest way to do it because it's a default link. So and your competition doesn't have it, so you know.
Yeah, I love that it doesn't get picked up on Ahrefs and such. That happens a lot on with the news sites as well. Those sites, a lot of time, the news sites block out SEMrush and the Ahrefs, and so when you go to look at somebody, they can't see what's going on or
right. The other part is, so like that book is I think it's on 40 or 50 publishing platforms, and every single one of them have a sample page. So that's 50 default links, and then you can take it one step further and then do your audio, and then there's like same 50 or 60 places for audio, and you can try to post a link on that too. So don't just stick with like books on KDP. Like, but my books are at libraries, and it's, you know, it's all over the place. So it's a link. A link is a link is a link is a link. But sometimes links are a little bit better, and a link. So it doesn't matter. You want to hide your links? Hide your links. You don't need to have this special, like, 50-page book and really quality bullshit. Throw up a 5-page book, you're good. It's a link.
But we have another link question here from Dan. Competitor has 12 links, all with exact match anchors on sites that sell links on popular vendor sites. Would you replicate them or go for higher quality and diversify anchors? What's your answers? Holly, you can go first.
If your competitor is over you and he has 12 links, all the exact match, I'm going to do the exact same thing, and I'm not doing 12, I'm doing 24. So I'll just double up on him. I don't really care if it's high quality or any. I'm going to do exactly what he does, so I'm just doubling up on him.
That's the Holly Starks way. Randy?
Yeah, I often talk to people about stuff like this, and I'm like, hey, look and see what your competitor is doing on that page. You've got to, at minimum, match it and then exceed. So, whatever they're doing, I'm like, sure, just like what Holly said, I'm going to match it. Now, whether I double those amount of links, I may go that route. Especially if they're cheap links, or I may go drop in some better high authority links as well. But on the initial, I'm going to do everything that I can to match exactly what they did on the link side, and then go above and beyond that. And generally, I think you get some good results that way.
I'm just going to be fucking controversial.
Aye.
Better quality links, and I would always diversify my anchors anyway, but that's just because I'm quite cautious. But fuck them. If they're all buying on Market Watch and all the usual shit of the day, then I would be looking to try and get better. Not just to be controversial, but that's just the way I sometimes think. I think some of these websites that are popular on those vendor sites are saturated, so is there that much power coming from them? That is kind of the way I look at it. So yeah, hopefully between that it gives you something to think about. Dan, Andreas is asking a question for you, Holly. Have you tried it with perma-free books?
I don't even know what that is. So
I know, I saw that too. I didn't know what that was.
He's a perma-free
one. Books for libraries and schools. No, I'm not. No, I don't do that because, like, I'm not doing drop shipping. Like, I'm not printing the books and having them at my house or a warehouse. Randy goes on and orders a book, and then Amazon will print it and send it there. I just create the book. I'm creating the books for different reasons, right? I never, ever, ever, ever go into anything by just having one way to make money out of it, right? So the books is for a link. It's for income for KDP. It's for testing for a course. It's for setting up a different type of networks and seeing what I can break and not break. So it's not like just I'm going to just make this book and sell it. I have many different ways of using the stuff that I create. So for me, it would be so much work and so much money to go and print a book that you don't even know if it's going to sell. So if I can only use it for do follow links, then that's fine.
I like that strategy, Holly, and I think that's a really good kind of mentality to have, because I take the same approach just with business as a whole. I always like, and I know, Craig, I know you're this way as well. You like to like get multiple streams of revenue going, not just like bank on everything. I got to get it all in this. But Holly, you can take that approach to a micro at an asset level. Like, here's this asset, and I want to try to drive multiple, I'll call it streams of revenue, but multiple purposes from that asset. And
because
I think
like if one fails, right?
Yeah.
If one fails, you can always fall back on the other one that is succeeding. So I might have 5 different ideas for one book, and if only one takes off, then I'm okay with one taking off.
Right.
I'm not okay with 0 taking off, right? I have to get something to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I have different ideas, because I don't know what the community necessarily is going to want. They're not going to think this is cool where I think it's cool. And I might not hit my audience the right way, but then I can use it as a do follow link all day long.
Right.
You know? So I usually have a really safe one in there, and then the other ones in there, I'm just like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great approach, and I love, so the whole thing around this, and I know Andres, you were asking, but if you can rank a book page, a book listing on Amazon, if you can rank that and get it on in the SERPs and get traffic going to that page, then you've got all kinds of different kinds of things going on. So let alone building out the profile, building out the book, and getting links within the book where you can get the do follows coming off of Amazon for your book. Images you can put in there. You could do a QR code in there in the image. People get the book, look through it, boom, go scan the QR code, send that traffic to to other places. You got the affiliate thing, you got the value of the backlink going. There's all kinds of things. But then even beyond this, like, start thinking about what are other uses of this process that you could potentially do and apply it to. And I think that's as much value as anything, actually. So that's good.
I've actually done some really weird maybe thinking, but I've gotten, like, I printed out the crossword puzzle books, and I have flown through airports, and I just stuff them in the back of the seats, or I'll leave them at the airports and see if I get orders that way, and put a QR code on it. Hey, you want to order more or something like that? Only have like half of a page that's left or something like that, or just a couple puzzles they can do, and it works.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just all about thinking differently,
Yeah. How are you coming on your 30 books, 30 days? Are you like hitting it every day?
The weekends are rougher. Yeah. So I think I'm probably like 5 behind. But that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. I'm so sick of like doing it though, not gonna lie. I don't know. So, like sometimes I'm like, oh, this would be cool. And then I start doing it and I'm like, oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Why did I say that?
Yeah. But I mean, it's a fun task, but yeah, I think we're 3 weeks in. I'm gonna be so excited for when it ends, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it gives you something to talk about. Like when Craig knows when you go to a lot of conferences, like you don't always necessarily want to speak on the same thing. So like the tests give you extra stuff to talk about. And if it's a good test and it makes you good income, it goes to the front of the line for something to talk about, if people are interested in it. So
you've always got to have something new.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear the same old fucking bullshit. Like your phone stuff, it was amazing at the time, but if you were to repeat that year on year, people are going to be going, fuck this shit.
Right. But I mean, that, like, if I went on stage and I talked about, okay, so this is what we did with the phones, 2 years ago. This is what we're doing with the phones now. And it's gnarly. And there's no one who's even thinking, hey, like, wow.
So that's a whole nother thing. So just because you brought up the phone scenario, have you played around with, if you're driving traffic to those book pages, Amazon pages, like whether like something like CTR Booster or utilizing the phones to go and do the search and do all of that business? Have you done any of that, or using micro workers to go do it for you instead?
So micro workers, you can't do it for KDP for reviews. And so you can probably use it for like the free book downloads, but they don't like it when you post Amazon stuff on there. So, so this is streamed on YouTube. So let's just, in theory, say something like, if you had a couple phones, maybe you could use them to download books and maybe hit bestseller and maybe not. You have to have, Amazon accounts, and you have to have age on the Amazon accounts, and you have to have sales or not sales. You have to have buys on there, which means you have to have money on there. So, you could do that.
Sure.
You could not do that. It would be an interesting test to do.
Yeah.
That's something you could do with the phones. But micro workers in itself, you can't do it.
All right.
Yeah. But you can use the phones for Reddit. You can use the phones for Quora. You can use the phones for Facebook, for Pin.
Right.
So again, it's the same situation. I bought the phones to use as a traffic test, and I'm using them as a traffic test for other platforms too.
For other uses. Yeah.
Yeah, because I get bored. So yeah, we know it works with maps, but let's see what else we can break,
Yeah. And I have found I almost have given up on the Android phones. For stuff that we're doing with phones, I'm only using the Apple phones. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate Android phones.
Yeah, well, I hate Apple phones. So I'm like, God, I got to use it.
Yeah, the next trip down, we'll switch. I'll bring my Androids. You give me your Apples. It'll be good. Yeah, Craig's like showing phones. What do you have? Apple, Android?
Android. Sorry, Apple.
Yeah, Apple.
I'm all out on Apple.
This is my phone brand that I use, OnePlus.
I've got one OnePlus, but I don't like Androids. I've always been an Apple fan, and I just can't make the switch.
Yeah. I mean, phones, I'm telling you guys, like, it's such a future of how Google and how the platforms see traffic now. It's just, I can grab 10 phones and do the same thing with 10 phones than I can do with maybe 50 backlinks. And it's because of the traffic. So,
traffic engagement is critical. And I think phones just amplify it because of the majority of traffic that's flowing through on the net as a whole is coming via mobile. So, Andres has a question. I'm not sure exactly where that's going. So he's asking about a backlink to the page. I'm not sure what he means by that. Book to there.
Ask
again in a different way, Andreas.
I think he's asking so if you put a link in the book, the link is to wherever you put it to. So like if I was Randy and I made a book on like how to use press releases the best, then you would link out to his press release page, and it's a do follow backlink going back to the press release page, and then he could just put the book as like a free book, and if he knew people that downloaded it, then it hit bestseller, you know. So, but you can't do it with microworkers.
Yeah.
You can't do it on VPSs. You can't do it on VPNs. It's very Amazon is it's not as easy to trick, you know.
But maybe phones. Who knows? You know, maybe people
phones.
might.
I don't know.
Maybe, you know, somebody was doing tests with that. Could be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's shift gears a sec. Reddit. So you were doing some interesting stuff. I know you've messaged me, you know, on Skype, some stuff that you're doing. I'm like, wow, really? I don't know. Share what you want to share, but you know, so to set the stage, Reddit, everybody knows Reddit is like, I think Reddit owns half of the internet. I'm so glad I bought some initial stock when Reddit went public. I'm so glad I did. The thing is, I think it went public like at 48 or something like that, and then it dropped down. I bought a bunch when it dropped down, and now it's like up over 62, I think, on Friday or something like that. I just made it was great. I'm like, yeah, I think Google's going to end up buying Reddit eventually anyway.
Well,
so that's what
you heard what happened on Thursday or Friday with Reddit.
Well, yeah, that Reddit just signed a deal with OpenAI to give them their data as well. So I'm like, oh man, Reddit's kind of like becoming the data whore out there. They're like, yeah, here, whoever wants to pay me, you can have it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think that Google's going to end up buying them for sure. They went from like 1.3 or 5 million traffic in maybe December to, I think at last I checked, it was like 10 million.
Yeah.
A month.
So here's the thing why I think that Google is going to end up buying them. I can't believe that Google didn't have some exclusivity. I don't know, but that all of a sudden Reddit now just opened the door for OpenAI, for a competitor essentially of Google, to say, hey, you can have access to our data as well, all of our information. So I think that's just going to expedite the conversation with Google to say like, well, we're just going to buy this thing and incorporate it. And yeah, that'll be lovely.
Yeah, it's Reddit is like amazing. 3 hours ago, brand new account. Well, okay, brand new, like nothing was posted on it, but it's from 2021. But it's still like a brand new because they had nothing, no traffic on it. I just posted something about technology and like education. That's all I posted. It has 404 3 hours ago, 404 upvotes, 90 comments, and 51,000 total views and 19 shares in 3 hours. Okay.
Wow.
In another post on a different account, I posted about potential benefits about like artificial AI in everyday life. It only has 3,000 views on it. And only 28 upvotes. So Reddit is really it's really about like, it's like the old Quora method of posting and getting upvotes. Like what drives people on Reddit, right? People on Reddit, totally stereotypical, are people probably between like, we're just gonna say 15 and 30. And what do they want? What do they talk about? They talk about political shit all day long. They talk about free, like wiping out like debt and college debt and Biden. And they're very passionate about what they talk about. No matter what it is, they're passionate about what they talk about, right? So if you can post stuff that is passionate, that pisses them off, they're going to come and post. That's literally what I've done. I've posted stuff that is like that they.
So you're being like the antagonistic kind of person, you know, like to kind of poke the bear, so to speak.
I'm totally poking the bear. So I post. This is kind of in the course. I'm not going to say very much more about it, but so we're posting, and then I do have a Reddit phone network obviously set up that I worked on for the last like a little while.
Of course. What?
Right? So then I hit it with like 30 upvotes in like 2 minutes. It just takes off. But the key is to get under their skin.
Yeah.
But not so much under their skin that they're going to be like rude and nasty to you. Just sort of like poke the bear.
Yeah.
And I'm good at poking the bear. You know what I mean? So,
You're good at poking the bear. Yeah.
so that's like, it's not that hard either. Like I got 1,000 karma on one brand new account in like an hour. And so because it has that, I can now go post a link. And I can go to like, I can make my own subreddit. I can post about like SEO in or press releases in, you know, in Ohio or whatever. And I can post Randy's link and then go use my phones and upvote that. And then over time, you know, over a month, it'll be ranking on Google.
Yeah. Crazy. Love it. Love it. Are you using, so with this Reddit stuff, are you using like some, like, are these your subreddits? Are there just any, are you looking for specific subreddits to go post on? How are you doing this?
So I actually asked Google what the best Reddit subs are. And I take the same mentality of how Quora is. And then I used to be a really heavy Quora user and like Yahoo Answers. So if you have done that in the past, you'll understand what I'm saying without saying what I'm saying. If you go to those type of subs and post, you're going to get your karma. I'm not like, okay, so there was one that me and Randy was looking at on Friday about web design that I'm trying to revive. So on that subreddit about web design, I'm going to be posting information or questions or how do you do this HTML crap? And I'll just ask ChatGPT probably at some point and just say, this is the question, give me the answer and I'll post it. And then I'll go upvote it, you know? So it's easy. It's, I mean, like Reddit's a lot of people, I mean, I should clarify. A lot of people are getting banned because they're spamming because they're not really taking care of their accounts. Like they're just starting to post about, hey, get this VPN or, you know, get this VPS. Well, obviously that's not going to ride with Reddit. You have to sort of do a little trickery with it. You know? You got to trick them.
Here's the thing. By the way, folks, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Here's the thing that kills me is like, where is the end of what you can do with Reddit? Where will this stop? I mean, it seems like you can do some manipulations of, you know, kind of wedge in and start doing some posts that certainly, I mean, you know, over the last several months.
There's different karma levels too, right? So I have an account that has like 25,000 posts, and it has more. Like I can post just, I don't even have to upvote that myself. It just automatically gets upvotes. Not automatically. It just gets upvotes because it's a really strong account, right? So I'm actually trying to get 100,000 on some of my accounts to see if there's like, you get more benefits or you can be a mod of certain subs, because some subs you have to be like, you have to have like 5,000 post karma to actually post and join it. So the more karma you have, the better. So like if you're not willing to put the work in, which is like an hour a day, then, you know, hire someone to do it or something. But it's the future of what is ranking for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's like what we were talking about last week, right? You got to diversify where your traffic is coming from.
Right.
This is another traffic channel.
Yeah. I wonder, so it would be cool if CTR Booster would like, and what is that one that that you use in the office? That
Well, I used Epic Traffic Bot Pro.
the other one.
Awesome Traffic
Yeah.
Bot Pro.
So you can
Yeah.
have the traffic
There's
go
3
to
of 'em.
those ones,
Mm.
but it doesn't like click a upvote. If you could get like
Have you ever
we
tried that with Zenoposter? I know you were doing some stuff with Zenoposter to do that full like
yeah, I was
step
thinking about
process.
it. But like I have the mentality of I prove it first on my phones because then I know how to set it up, right? So
Mm.
once I can prove it on my phones and I know how many I need, sort of, then we can build a template or software. But
Mhm.
if it's already built, I'd rather use one that's already built. And sometimes, if it doesn't do exactly what I want, obviously we'll build it. But
Mhm.
I like that I can control the speed of it, right? So I'll make a post, and I have 28 phones here, and I have them all open to the post, and then I just upload, and I just do it all like in 30 seconds.
Hmm.
And then it just sometimes it goes viral, or not viral, but sometimes it will hit and sometimes it won't. Like, so just been on the call for an hour and this has 54,000 views. So it's funny because the 54,000 views gave me 400 post karma. I have another account that only has had 1.6 total views and has only gave me 14 karma. So I'm trying to like I got 400 karma when I hit something like 20,000, but I can't figure out like how many karmas it gives you this many points.
Well, that's
Just
what I was gonna say is we have the figured out like the algorithm, so to speak. Like, well, if you do this, you're gonna get this kind of scenario, and it doesn't sound like you've got that nailed yet.
I don't have it nailed. I'm trying to like. Why did this post have 60,000 views and
Yeah.
this one only has like 28? And it's the same question, it's just worded entirely different,
And then when you're saying views, is that because it's coming through? So obviously, I've got a lot to learn about Reddit. But when you're saying views, does that mean that it's coming through like my Reddit feed,
Yeah.
or is it that people actually open it up and?
Oh yeah, no, they're opening it, they're reading it.
Interesting. Craig, you ever play around with Reddit?
Nah, it's one of the weak points that I've got. Reddit and Pinterest are two that I've never really enjoyed or really dug deep into, to be fair. No particular reason. It's just those platforms I just fucking I don't like them on a personal level anyway. So I've never really dug into them, as such. Pinterest, is I know people make a lot of traffic from that, but I just find it mind blowing how. And it's very similar with Reddit. I'm a bit of a guy that would get caught up in Reddit. I think I don't need any more distractions, so I've always steered clear of Reddit because I'd be in there fighting for my life in the comments with all the people that are on there. So I've always kind of gave it a wide berth, but I find it interesting, the other people that do really well with it, and I need to get my finger out and look into it.
Yeah, I think, well, I'm like you. I have no clue. Pinterest, I have no idea. That completely mystifies me. Um, I never really did much. I had a Reddit account that's like 7 years old, my personal. Never really did anything with it until just a few months ago, I think, when all of a sudden Reddit is like popped up. And I'm like, huh. And then my son's going off to college. I joined a couple of different subreddits that around about the university he's going to.
Mhm.
and all kinds of great conversation going on there. I will tell you, I like it much better than Discord. Discord still is, I get nauseous every time I have to go on Discord. So,
Oh, Discord's not that bad. It took me like several weeks to actually sit down and be like, this button does this button does this. Like, like everyone knows me as a YouTube person. I hate YouTube. I don't watch it unless I have to. I hate it. It's stupid. Same with TikTok. Same with Pin and Reddit. Like, I watch Netflix, and so, but that's where the business is. And if you want to succeed, then you're gonna have to sit down and learn it. You don't have to learn it like so that you're an expert at it. You just have to learn it enough so that when Google takes out you, because they will eventually, at least you can recover from being on a different platform. You know.
Right. Well, that all gets back to what we were saying before. Diversify. Got to diversify. Yeah. Got to have multiple. Got to have your foot in multiple streams, right? Just so you don't get clapped by the big G out there.
Yeah.
I love the, for folks you're listening, you're thinking about how do you do some of this stuff. Sometime Holly just gave a very simple blueprint of like, hey, I tested on the phones first. If it works there, if I see the process and it works, then I figure out how can I really blow it up then, right? Because somebody's got to do it manually on the phone. But then if it works, then it's like, all right, now can I use like Zenoposter or Hexagram or whatever that other program was that does something similar to that, and then build out something to really fully automate. That's a good blueprint.
I mean, you can make Reddit accounts all day long with 1,000 karma and sell it. I just sold, I think, probably 100 Reddit accounts that cost $7, I think, to create it. So I made $15 on it. Like, I'll take that all day long. And they're easy to sell right now. I mean, you got to do right now. You know what I mean? Don't wait 6 months.
Yeah. Well, a couple of good things there. That's interesting because I do know these Reddit accounts seem like they're like, and especially of aged ones. Oh my gosh, aged ones are like gold. But yeah, that's always the thing. You can make money. You got to do it now because the window closes on this stuff. Right? It's the hit for the moment, and it might be there for a week. It might be there for 3 months, but you can't delay. It's not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
Interesting. I love it. Reddit. So you got a course coming out, Holly, today and Friday?
Yeah. I have 3 calls today. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I don't like people and I don't like talking. Let's do side-by-side courses. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. All fun. Craig, you had a new course just coming out, didn't you? Or do you have it? Is it yet?
It's not out yet. It's coming out the end of this week.
Okay.
I've fallen a little behind on schedule, so it's not all recorded. So I've got tomorrow all day recording for it. Just I've got a few presentations I've had to make and stuff, so it's fucked. It was supposed to be out on Friday, but it's probably going to be next Friday, or this coming Friday, sorry, when it comes out. So I'm a week late, which is not bad for a free course. But it's fucking hard. It's hard putting a course together when you're trying to juggle everything else.
Yeah. Randy, you have a new course coming out too, don't you? No, I don't.
You don't have a new course coming out? Oh, I don't. We should.
I don't. I do not have a new course coming out. Sorry. It's all good. Still dropping videos, so. The Muzzy.
How's your subscribers coming in, Randy? How's that test going?
Man, it's just rocking. Yeah. I mean, it's solid. It is solid.
What are you
What am I up to? Let me go check it out. My channel, we are just over 39.
It's not bad.
Not
Check
bad.
what I'm up to.
562. Holy
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
It's costing
crazy.
me. It's costing me a lot of money though.
Are you seeing, is it kind of still same results, or is it getting diminished yet?
What I'm finding, Randy, is I'm paying. So when I go to the dashboard, it says for the money that I'm spending that I'm getting 30,000 new subscribers on a weekly basis. I'm getting way more.
Oh,
And
yeah. When you put the money in and it says, hey, you're going to get 10 or 20 or whatever, it's like, no, that is so underrated.
It's so fucking far off. It's unreal.
Yeah.
So I don't know if because I'm paying for it, they're just fucking giving me whatever they feel like giving me, or
Yeah.
how. I don't know what the fuck is going on, in all honesty. But no, I'm still turning the screw, Randy. I'm still turning the screw, and that old thing's moving. So
Nice.
long may it continue.
You're going for the what is it? The gold plaque, the gold disc, whatever.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Yeah.
You can
Nice.
join the silver one there.
Yeah.
But
How much money have you spent on it?
I don't. I genuinely don't know, Holly. I'm scared to look. I'm fucking scared to count it. But
So here's the biggest question: is it coming back on the flip side? Is it making you money by spending the money?
Yeah,
you can see it.
Yeah.
Are you getting more trolls?
No, I am getting more sponsorship offers. Or promotion, not sponsorship, Randy, don't worry. More promotional opportunity, shall we say. So I'm probably getting about 5 of them a day at the moment. So
how many videos are you putting out every day?
I'm going to be doing one a day just now. I'm just going to try and be consistent. I've got 100 plus videos sitting on draft. I dropped 2 or 3 today. But that's 100 before this link building course, which I'm also going to put out in my YouTube. So, yeah, you're going to be sick of the sight of me.
That is amazing that you have that many videos. I mean, I'm trying to do one a week, and I like it. I'm horrible at staying on that. Like, I'm just trying to like produce one a week. I have like a number just sitting in draft and ready to roll. But I mean, just for me to sit down and record them, I'm not, I don't know. I'm horribly disciplined at that.
I'm going to start doing podcasts again as well. Get some guests on, not necessarily from the SEO industry, but just other cool guys who are doing some crazy shit, whether it be social media, whether it be business, whether it be authors, people fucking around in Amazon, whatever. I want to hear more of that shit rather than just SEO. I want to hear brand building people and all that kind of stuff. So I'd love to maybe bring back the podcast as well. And again, it's just more content, more videos, more shit to chop up into shorts. So why the hell not? Why the hell not? Because SEO, you do kind of run out of things to talk about. But
hey, let me ask you: the silver plaque that you have, is that from 100,000 subscribers?
Yeah. So you've got 100,000, you get the silver. 1 million, you get gold. And I don't know if it's 5 or 10 million, you get the ruby one. I think it might be 10. So I'm not going for the ruby one. Give up at the gold. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's the gold one is in my sights. It was the same as that. I
know it's the same. I've seen other guys have that. I'm like, yeah, it's just the same as that.
Do they just send it to you?
nah, you've got to go through some checks. You need to apply for it basically, and they check your account's legit and all that stuff. And you've not been up to funny business, but obviously I'm up to funny business, but I'm not. It's legit.
But it's not. It's legit from them, right?
Yeah. So I can't really see any problems. But if they come back saying, yeah, that's it, they basically send you a log into this page. You go in and they give you a code and you can order. You get one of them free, but you can order. I think I've got another 2 up there that I ordered for an extra, I don't know, $100 or $200. You can get another couple just for your office or your staff or my team or whatever. I actually bought one for my team and I've never given them it. But because obviously there's a lot, or there's people there that do a lot of work on the account. It's not just me. They probably do more work than me on the account, to be honest. I'm just on there, but the editing and uploading and fucking around and so I probably better hand that over. But yeah, hopefully I've got the gold one soon.
Nice. All right, beautiful. So, hey, next week, Craig, it's Memorial Day next Monday here in the States, which is a holiday for us. I am not going to be in the office. I'm not around. So,
no, neither am I then. If Holly's not, I'm not fucking doing it myself. We'll skip next week and we'll be back the following week.
Yeah. And you're busy this week. You're at Tube Fest this week, aren't you?
Yes. I need to head down here on Wednesday, speaking on Thursday. So it's a new audience for me. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I want to try and speak to slightly different audience as well and see how it goes down.
Yeah.
See if I'm like YouTube.
You can saunter in with your 500 plus subs and I know what I'm doing.
No, dude. There's some people on there with millions. I can't go in there swinging it about, going, "Yeah, I'm the big I am." I'm down at the bottom. But there's something new for me to learn as well. I don't claim to be a YouTube specialist, so be interesting to see what the other guys have as well.
Yeah. Well, when you come back from that, we'll ask you what you learned, see what's going on.
Yeah. Dropping F-bombs, of course, Darren. Got to make myself known. It's the only way to get yourself known to these people. But anyway, we are finished, guys. Do check out the link below for Randy's News Guy service or The News Guy. The link is below. And if you do want to check out Holly Starks, you can find her on all sorts of social media or at hollystarks.com is still the website, Holly. Yeah,
hollystarks.com.
So check out that if you're interested in hearing more from Holly. But we will be back in 2 weeks, guys. Not on next week because it's a bank holiday as well. So we will catch you in 2 weeks.
All right, gang.
See you later.